I took a few coding classes in college, enough to know what a terminal is, and not enough to build anything real with it. So when I started hearing about Claude Code, I wrote it off. That's for developers, that's not for me. But then I tried one thing on a client website and it completely changed how I write website copy. No coding required, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did, starting from a blank folder. Welcome back to the Digital Growth Stage. I'm John Paul. We cover local SEO, web design, and lead generation for Bay Area service businesses. Practical enough that you can actually run with it yourself. So here's the honest problem with website copy. Most service business owners either guess at it, they copy what competitors are doing, or they pay someone who's never looked at a search engine results page. None of those are a strategy. And what I needed was a way to look at my entire website, every single page, every claim, every keyword, the same way Google sees it, and then do the same thing to my top 3 competitors and actually use that to write, and Claude Code is how I got there. So there's going to be 2 things that you need for tools. The first thing is going to be the plugin for GoFullPage. It's a free Chrome extension. You get one click and it scrolls your entire page and exports a clean screenshot. The second thing you're going to need is Claude Code. It's Anthropic's AI tool. It's downloaded onto your local machine. It runs right in your terminal, and I'll show you how to open it in this folder right here. We can open up a new folder. We can just go copywriting example. And then once you have Claude Code installed, you're going to usually start within the chat tab. And inside of this sub menu, we're going to roll over to the code tab. We're going to open up a new session, and then we're going to open up the new folder that we had just created. Awesome. And that pretty much completes our setup. And so now we have Claude Code opened with the new folder that we need, where the new files that Claude Code is going to help write for us is going to write them. We're organized, we're ready for some sort of system build. Now today, what that build looks like is a very limited output, and it's just going to be output for copywriting on the homepage. The things that we're going to need to start is the input parameters. Now, we're going to want to get really descriptive around how our writing style shows up on the internet, as well as some of the key values and core learning lessons that we've had along the way. That way, we can give the GoFullPage screenshot of the search engine results pages, the SERPs from Google, and that way we know exactly what we have at a glance, as well as what's winning online for the top keywords that we want to rank for. So we're going to roll over to Google real quick, and I'm going to look up a keyword I am targeting. Oops. Grab the GoFullPage of this. And so once GoFullPage is done running, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds. You're just going to hit the download image or download PDF in the top right hand corner. Once that's ready, you're going to go ahead and type in your prompt. And then once you have a prompt ready, or before you type it in, you can add the file that you just downloaded. All right, and so now that our SERP is installed, so what I did was I just put in a brain dump for start here and find all the core pages on my website, build out a matrix so that we can keep track and iterate on the target and supporting the semantic keywords. Also digest the SERP analysis and then include the competitor information that's available that we can map against. And so this is now going to use Claude Code as well as the context that we've given it to either ask questions or to digest and analyze what we need in order to get better copywriting out of the site. And so this is where I'm going to encourage everybody that is watching to go ahead and do this to your website as well. Find the target keyword that you're looking for, enter it in on Google, and then take a full page screenshot of that page. Give that to Claude Code inside of a new folder that you can work on this repetitively. That way, over time, you can iterate into something better and better. And then give it the SERP analysis as well as your website information, and then move forward. But I'm sure you'll be as surprised as I was on the type of copywriting and the suggestions that came out of this. Now, the move is you just open Claude, you point it at a folder, and the first prompt that I would use is build me a detailed knowledge map of this website, list every service offered, every keyword I appear to be targeting, every trust signal, and any gaps that you notice compared to the competitor pages. And so this is where it gets really useful. Once that knowledge map exists, you can ask it anything. To rewrite my service page headlines, or to use the exact keyword pattern in the top 3 competitors, or that the top 3 competitors are using inside of the sections that I should be using them on. You can ask it to rewrite page copy inside of your own tone of voice, and so you're not guessing anymore. You're painting a system that knows your site and the competitive landscape around it. Now, it may not have everything that a traditional SEO tool has, but this is hyper-specific to your growth inside of your area and your target keyword. One more thing that I do is I paste my keyword lists right into the session as a simple table, page name, target keyword, and secondary keyword, and so that Claude knows exactly which pages should own which terms. I also make sure that there's no canonical or cannibalizing pages, meaning that 2 separate pages are both targeting the same keyword. And having this matrix helps to identify and avoid that kind of structuring. And so that's the level of SEO hygiene that used to take months to do that we can now execute in a morning over some coffee. The copy that I used to build was already grounded in frameworks, but now it's also tied to and mapped around the search engine ranking pages. And that way we're more in line with the Google policies and the reward system that's already in place. So quick recap, you're only gonna need two things. You're gonna need GoFullPage for your SERP screenshot, and then you're gonna need Claude Code to build a knowledge map for everything in that folder. The third thing is something you don't need to bring with you, but you do need to remember, is just the prompt, and I'll include it in the description on this video. Cool. Let's go over the output. It's taking a minute. Awesome, so I got some immediate feedback that says that I have work to do, but yeah, this is what this looks like at a glance. We have our core pages from J. Williams Designs inside of the scoring system. We have the semantic keyword cluster map, which was grabbed and analyzed from the screenshot that we gave it, cluster of web design and industry vertical keywords, as well as some competitor intelligence. And so we can now ping this matrix of code anytime we want. We can use it to create better copy or to have more information and better suggestions around what we do and how we do it. Cool. So if this was useful, please subscribe. I'm sharing these wins from real client and personal campaigns every week that I can get to it. There's a link in the description to book a free audit if you want me to look at your website and tell you what's actually holding it back. Drop a comment and let me know what's the one page you've been meaning to rewrite for the last 6 months. I read every single comment, so I'm looking forward to them. I'll talk to you soon.